support count support counting using hash tree. So we had started with this yesterday, isn't it? But we couldn't complete it because of shortage of time, and it takes a lot of time to do that. Hope I'm audible and the screen is also visible. Visible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we have a candidate, an example for support counting where we will have 15 candidate item sets, each of length 3. And we have to find out how many of these item sets are supported by the transaction 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So for this, using this, we were able to find out how, like for this, we construct the transaction tree. Now, for these items, we need to construct a tree and then find out how many item sets will be supported by this transaction 1, 3, 5, 6. We know that there are totally how many 3, 6, 9, 10 transactions which will support. So how to do it from these 15 candidate item sets? We'll just construct a hash tree for this. Okay, how to construct a hash tree? We'll just discuss that now. So we need a hash function for that. The hash function is of the form h of a h of p equal to p mod 3. Okay, so that's the hash function we use. According to that hash function, so whatever digit you take when you perform modulus operation on that, so we have this p mod 3 to determine to which branch of the current node a particular item will fall into. We have to just divide that by considering the first digit at the first level. We'll find the remainder. And there is also a restriction that each branch can have at most 3 leaves. So if it is more than that or more than 3 items, we will have to split again. So for that, we'll move on to the second level. So likewise, if we will move on, we will get a tree structure like this. So we'll see how to construct this tree structure by using a whiteboard. Let us discuss that by using the whiteboard now. So we have the transactions, the values which are given. Are 145, 124, 457, 125, 458, 159, and then we have 136, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. Note down this 3, 5, 6, and 3, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9, then 3, 6, 7, and 3, 6, 8. These are the item sets. So we need to hash these according to the in the hash tree by using the function H of P equal to P mod 3. Okay. So we'll start hashing this. So first what we do is we will just find out which forms left child, right child and the middle child. So we have the hash function which will hash to the values are 1, 4, 7 will form left child, 2, 5, 8 forms the middle child and 3, 9, 6 forms the right child. Okay. So looking into the first digit of each candidate set, we will identify to which branch they belong first. Okay. So 140, we are examining the first digit. So 1, when you do this modulus operator on this, 4 mod 3 again is 1. So 4 also will belong to the left child. 1, 4, 1 again and 1. When it comes to 2, 3, 4, it is starting with 2, so we will not consider that. So how many candidates we have under the left branch? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. Are you getting this point? First, we will identify, first we'll take the initial first digit in every candidate set, item set, and we will identify to which branch they belong. Left child, middle child, or right child. Okay, so according to this, let me write down. So according to that, we have, so if we will divide it, this is the root level. So hashing 2, 5, 8, and this is 3, 9, 6. So we have, which are the items which will come under this? 145. Initial number we are taking. 124 first digit we are considering. 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 8, 1, 5, 9 and 1, 3, 6 will fall under the left child. Middle. So numbers starting with 2, 5 and 8. Can you tell me now which are the numbers which fall under this middle child? No one is there in the meeting? Hello?
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. Then
5, 6, 7.
yeah. Then what about the rest? They are all starting with 3 and 6. So we can put them under 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6 under this branch, isn't it? Because the starting digit of these candidate set is 3, 6 and 3 again. So we have all these under 6, 8, 9, 3, 6, 7 and 3, 6, 8. Okay, this is the initial stage. But a branch can have at most 3 candidate sets, not more than 3. If it is more than 3, we have to further divide it into 3 parts. As we did here, we have to further split it into 3 again. So here, if we will take this branch, how many transaction candidate item set we have here? Totally 7 we have, but this can accommodate only 3. So we further need to divide it to the next level. Okay, to divide it In the next level, we will consider the second digit, fine, and find out to which branch they belong. Okay, so let me write down the second step now. And here also, for this transaction, it's for this candidate set or for this branch middle child, it's not a problem because we have only 2 candidate item set and this is fine. Whereas here we have 6 and here we have 7, which means that we further have to split it and divide among the left, middle and right child, right? So we'll do that in the next step. Okay. So this we have done with 5, 8, and this again we will continue. These two we have to do it for the next. We have to take it for the next level. Okay. So again we have to split it into 3. Again we have 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, and 3, 9, 6. Now together with the first digit, we will also consider the second digit because this is level 2. So first digit, see, look into this and tell me now. We are considering the second digit. So 1, when it comes here, we should take the second digit. So where does this 145 fit in? I want everybody to answer, not only one. So we are taking into consideration the second digit now. Okay. Yes. We know that it is to the left. 145 is to the left. From here, to which branch I should add that 145 candidate?
Left.
Consider the second digit. Yes. Yeah. Which child? Others are sleeping. Had nice lunch. Many are there in the meeting. Total 25 members, excluding me. But they will not answer. Okay. So we have, as we are considering the second digit now, 145 will branch to this 145. What about 124 now? Where should I branch this?
Middle branch.
Middle one.
Middle
Because
branch.
we are considering the second digit. So we will have 1, 2, 4 here. Next. What's the next one? Which number? 4, 5, 7. To which branch?
Middle one.
Yeah, same. 4, 5, 7. Again 1, 2, 5. Also branches here because 2 is here. And then we have again 4, 5, 8 together with 1, 5, 9 also coming here itself, isn't it? Next, what is 1, 3, 6? The middle digit is 3. So we can just put it over here, right? Okay. So what does this mean? What does this means? Let's do the same, apply the same thing over here. So we will have 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 9, 6. So how many we'll get here? So what are the numbers? 3, 4, 5. So 3 already there. When we consider the second number, where does 3, 4, 5 fit in? To which branch? So first digit is 3, as you know. Now, as we are moving to the next level, we'll consider the second digit. So if I consider 4, where should I branch 3, 4, 5 now here?
Middle, ma'am.
Middle one. So
no. Left, ma'am. 3, 4, 5.
Yes, left one. Because the second digit we are considering in the second level. First digit we have taken and we have got to know that it belongs to this. Now here further we are dividing because we have more number of candidates here where each level can have only maximum 3. Fine. So we will put 3, 4, 5 here. Then next one, 3, 5, 6. Branches where?
Middle.
Then 3, 5, 7 again here. Then 6, 8, 9, 8. So we have 6, 8, 9 also here. Let's take the next candidate, 3, 6, 7, 6. So it will branch here, 3, 6, 7 and 3, 6, 8. There is no problem with this because maximum 3 we can have and we have that here. But what about this left child? Your middle child also not a problem because we have 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 here. Now, for this, do we need to further branch it? Do we need to further branch this?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Because
It can contain only 3.
yeah, it should have
item
only
sets.
3. So let's branch this again. So I'll do it here itself. So when we branch it again, we have 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 9, 6. Now, tell me now which digit you will consider. As it is the third level, we should consider the third digit here. Fine. Now easily you can tell me where 1, 2, 4 branches. Examine the last digit.
Left, ma'am.
Left, ma'am.
1, 2, 4. Then this one 4, 5, 7.
Left.
Left. Very easy, isn't it? Then here 1, 2, 5.
Middle.
Yes, 1, 2, 5, 4, 5, 8 again here. And what about 1, 5, 9?
Right.
It will branch to the right. That's it. This is the hash tree structure for this candidate set. Okay. So depending on 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 transactions we have now, we can just say to which. So final tree will be, so you can remove this and you can just write down in the next step the whole thing. So final tree we will have or else I'll just rub it off here. Okay, this I'll check whether I can attach. Okay, this you will have here. This is your final tree. Okay. Final tree structure. So looking into the transaction, you can just find out the support count for this. So can you try with one more? Finding hash tree for these candidate sets.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what if like there are more than 3 even at the end of the hash
Sorry?
tree? If there are more than 3
You can
transactions,
further split it. Now, usually that kind of situation won't occur, I guess, because in that case, we will have to move to one more level, 4 digits. If it is 4, you are saying that what if here again we have more number of transactions, isn't it?
yes, ma'am.
That can happen only if you have more number of digits here.
Okay.
Combinations when you do, isn't it? In that case, it can split to one more level. If you have to consider one more, this is 3 candidate generation, then in that case, it means that 4 candidate item set generation is also possible. Isn't it?
Okay,
It
got
is
it.
ending here because we have 3 candidate candidate generation for 3 item set. If it is for 4, it can move further. Then you will have more number of digits over here, which can split in further. This is just 3 for 3. Further, if it is for 4, fine. Okay.
Thank you. Got it.
Yeah. So given that's what it is shown here. So how it splits for these transactions. This is how. So for this transaction, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, as we have seen here, the levels we have seen last time, isn't it? 10 candidate sets you can generate. And looking into this, see here, and we will have 11 matches for whatever transaction we have done there. We can have 11 matches. You can check the numbers and you can just verify it. Okay, so 156 will have, so 15 with the different transactions. So if you want to find the support count for this, you can move through these levels. So matching. So if this is a transaction, so we match 11 out of 15 candidates here. For whatever transaction we have done here, for that we are matching 11 out of 15. Okay, so this is support counting using a hash tree, and you can just do for construct for one more for your practice, or else we'll just, as you do it later, I'll just give